Top 5 mistakes new vapers make. Let's have a look. Hey guys, Vaping Vick here, back with another video, another Fun Day Sunday video. We're going to look at 5 mistakes new vapers make. This isn't intended to ridicule new vapers or anything like that, just some handy hints and tips and a little bit of a talking point. Let me know in the comments mistakes that you think new vapers make. Number 1. Okay, number 1, this is the absolute classic. We've probably all done it on step 1 of our vaping journey. A transition from smoking to e-cigarettes, buying from petrol stations, buying from supermarkets, buying from co-ops, convenience stores. It's just not the place to get the best vape. It's just not the best place to get a really good starter kit for you. From the petrol stations, from the supermarkets, they tend to either be a big tobacco product, which there hasn't been any great big tobacco based e-cigarette product. They just don't have the really good brands, the really well-known brands, your Aspires and your Innikins, your Kangers. They don't have any of that sort of kit. What they tend to have is your Vipes, your Blues, your Juuls, all that kind of stuff. So the petrol station, the supermarkets, for a million reasons, all commercial reasons mainly, they just don't have the best stuff. If you get your gear from there, it probably won't be very good. You won't really like it. You'll probably go back to smoking and complaining about how rubbish e-cigarettes are. For the record, my recommended starter vape, you can buy it online, you can buy it in a vape shop, which is probably the best place to go if you're new, is the Innikin Endura T18-2. So look out for that one if you can, but not from a petrol station, sadly.
2.
Number 2, okay, this is once you've got your tank, you've got your clearomizer, your sub-ohm tank, whatever tank you are about to use. The first thing you've got to do, it seems counterintuitive, it's not very well explained by a lot of these kits, a lot of these packages when you get them, but what you want to do is not just fill your tank with juice. Don't just go straight to the top and fill your tank with juice. What you want to do is take it apart, get so you can see the coil, and drip some juice down onto the coil. So it's called priming the wick, and priming the coil head will make it wick straight away without any problems of dry hits or anything like that, and it'll improve the longevity and flavour of your coil. Just getting some juice straight onto the coil, straight onto the cotton around the coil, rather than putting it through the tank and waiting for that juice to go through. Please prime your wicks. Please prime your coil heads. It will save you from a million problems. Just do it.
3.
Number 3, this is a really tricky one. It's a really tricky one. I know it's been a problem for people staff in vape shops for a long time. Nic Level, and getting the correct Nic Level for you when you're starting off transitioning from smoking to vaping, or even if you've been vaping a little while but you still don't quite get it. Getting the right nicotine strength for you is absolutely key to your enjoyment and your ability to quit. What a lot of people tend to do is get too high a freebase nic. If you get too high a freebase nic, then what you'll probably end up doing is coughing your guts out. It'll be too harsh, it'll be too strong, might even make you a bit dizzy, a bit nic sick, as we call it. If you do that, if you get too high a nic, you might not have an enjoyable experience. There are 2 types of nicotine. There are nicotine salts and there are freebase nicotine juice. If you go to a vape shop, they can explain all this to you. They can help you pick the right nic level for you. If you're buying online and you just need to know now, I would probably recommend a freebase 6 mg or 12 mg, depending on the kit that you've got. It's a very low power, small amount of clouds coming out. Maybe try 12. If what you've happened to have come by as your first vape is quite a cloudy, producing quite a lot of vapor, maybe go for the 6. If you're going for nic salts, the throat hit is less. It's less harsh on you with nic salts. Maybe look at a 12, 15 or 20 nic salt if you're going down the nic salt route. Both have their advantages, but just don't go straight for that freebase 18 mg or a cloudy setup and rip your throat out, because that's not what anybody wants.
4.
The next one, this has become more of a thing in recent years than in the past, but cheap juice. New vapors buying cheap juice, then saying that their kit is rubbish, or vaping is rubbish, or the flavours are rubbish. Not everything in vaping you get what you pay for. Absolutely not the case that you get everything you pay. You get what you pay for in vaping. There are very, very well priced juices. It's very, very affordable juices, but the very, very cheap juices on the whole are rubbish. So we're talking about your Poundland juice, your petrol station juice, anywhere where it seems too good to be true. If it's only £1 a bottle of e-liquid, it's probably cheap, horrible, nasty stuff. It's probably got one flavour in there, one flavour concentrate as the recipe. It's probably majority PG, which is it's PG and VG that make up these juices. I've never, ever, ever found an e-liquid that is really, really cheap and good. I've never found one. Spend a little bit more money and get a juice that is highly thought of, highly rated. Look around on the forums. Go into a vape shop and try loads of juices. Do spend out a little bit more. Remember, 10ml of juice on a kit like this will last you 3 or 4 days for £3. You know, imagine that compared to a packet of cigarettes. 3 days of cigarettes is £30. So it is worth spending that little bit extra on juice to get a juice that you like, that you fall in love with, that you get used to, and helps you kick the cigarettes for good, ultimately saving you a lot of money. So a little bit of money spent now on nice juice can go a long, long way in the future to saving you money. So cheap juice, forget cheap juice, don't do it.
5,
Okay, last one, number 5. This is an absolute classic. This is the one you've been seeing in the papers, you've been seeing in the news. New vapors carrying around spare batteries loose. This is so dangerous. A battery like this cannot be carried in your pocket, even if there's nothing else in your pocket. You can't throw it in your handbag, you can't throw it in your backpack. You can't have these batteries loose on you. Do not carry spare batteries around loose. What you need to do at the very, very least is put them in a box. This is a Galeesi battery and it came with a box like this. Put it in a box. Take 2 if you want. You can fit 2 in here. Put it in the box. Put it in your pocket in this box. What happens is if it touches coins, if it touches keys, or it gets torn a bit in your pocket or anything like that, you're going to have an issue. If you get metal touching the battery, you're going to short the battery, it's going to vent. That's when you see these explosions and these fireballs and batteries venting and going crazy in people's pockets and things like that. We don't want any more news stories like that. Please, if you're a new vapor, do not carry your batteries around loose. It's dangerous, it's not the thing to do. Find another way, whether that's taking 2 e-cigs out with you or anything like that. 2 e-cigs out, take a battery box with you, whatever it takes. Just please do not carry your batteries individually around with you in a bag, in your pocket, in a handbag, anything like that. Just don't do it. It's crazy dangerous. Batteries are to be respected. They are potentially dangerous things if misused. So please don't carry them around separately. So that is it. That is 5 mistakes new vapors make. Put some more in the comments and people can read this and see those ones as well. Anything that you think is a common mistake by a new vapor. I hope you're still enjoying this format. It's just a bit of fun on a Sunday, a little top 5. Next Sunday we're doing top 5 mistakes reviewers make, vape reviewers make. People such as myself, and I do make some of the ones that we're going to cover, so that'll be very interesting indeed, so stay tuned for that. I've been Vaping Vic. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.